Hi, we are thrilled to introduce you to some exciting updates that will improve your reporting experience.
Some of the new features are autosave, control who can access and edit reports, user self-subscription, no-code APIs. Don't forget to enable the auto-update feature in Acuity at any time. Click on System, then Resources.
All right. Well, Christina, Bob, our development team has just finished the latest release of Acuity. Just a couple of user enhancements to go over. This is 1.9.1 sodium is what they're calling this one. And let me just share my screen here, go through a couple of the new features, and we can kind of talk about what's going on here. We focused in on the report section, and we have two really kind of exciting new features here. The first off, you'll see that there's a new icon over here for an API, which we'll talk about in a second. And then also, we have a whole new way for people to subscribe to reports. So let me give you an example of how these two features work together. I'm going to create a report using our daily key performance indicators. You could also do this with minute level time series if that's the type of report you're looking to create. These features work either way. I am going to do a quarterly energy and availability report and just add this. So now with my new report, I'm going to add the data that I want. So we're going to come to the project level. And again, the features we're talking about here aren't limited just to the project level. You can do this with anything. I'm going to click my availability, and I'm going to collect all the different types of energy I want to report here, which include my expected total, my modeled total, and then also my total generation. That's my actual. With all of my KPIs selected, the report's going to auto-save, which is actually a new feature. We used to have a separate save button. I can run a quick test of this, but I actually feel pretty comfortable this is going to give me the data that I want. So now I have a whole new option down here for report access and subscriptions. And this is really the new area. So I'm going to zoom in on this just so you can kind of see what this does here. Okay, so first of all, by default, when you create a report now, you are the only one who can see it. So it's basically private. If I want other people like Bob or Christina to be able to subscribe to it, I just turn that on. And that now is, it's also going to save that option. And it says that this report may be viewed by other users. I do want to make sure that this doesn't change though. So I'm the only one who can edit this report, and I'm going to leave that just the way it is. But I'm also going to enable the API. Our IT group is definitely going to want to pull this information into their reporting systems so that they don't actually have to deal with manual CSVs or Excel spreadsheets. Here it tells me that the quarterly energy and availability report, we're going to turn on the API just by clicking this button, Enable API. Now that the API is enabled, there's an option here to view information about the API, and we'll come back and take a look at this in just a minute. Let me jump over here to my my user account and just kind of show you how the subscription feature works. So by turning this on so other people can see it and subscribe to it, this option also turns on for subscription. The report may be subscribed to by other users. And if they do subscribe, I'll be able to see and edit their schedule as well as who is subscribed. But let's see what this looks like for a user. So for a user, which in this case, I'm just logged in under my operations account, here I am with a brand new section. This is my user account page. So I have report subscriptions, and right now I am part of this monthly test and then also energy meter and inverters. So what I want to do is I want to add myself now to this public report, quarterly energy and availability, and I am going to subscribe myself to it. I'm going to get it on a monthly basis, and I'm going to get it for the last 3 months. And that's my quarter. All right. Not only can I see here what my subscription is, and edit that, but I can also see that the API is active. So we'll take a look at that API here, but let's jump back to reports and see what this looks like for the report administrator. Christina, in the tutorials, I think you had some experience with this. So would you mind providing maybe some clarification on a few of these?
Yeah, absolutely. So the second toggle is where the report owner can edit their own schedule. So if you click on that second toggle under subscription options and click on edit schedule, there you can edit the schedule that you just did from the profile page.
If I wanted to receive this every week for the last 3 months, kind of a rolling quarterly, and then I could decide that I always wanted this on a particular day of the week, maybe Wednesday is my reporting day, then I can just save that here. Perfect.
Yep, so that'll customize for the report owner. And then for other users, first what you'd like to do is in that first toggle, edit the recipients. So you can add people who would like to receive this report automatically.
All right. And I see that we have an option just to type an email in too, so that, for instance, maybe I want to send this to my Gmail account and it's not actually an account in Acuity. Or maybe like if I had a utility off taker, someone who doesn't have access to the SCADA, I can add them now as well as to receive this report too.
Yep, and then once you do that, you can edit their schedule.
So kind of a two-step process here. So my fictitious utility, maybe I want them to get this every month and just for the last 30 days or 31 days, just to make sure they have even the long months. For Adam here, we'll go back to our monthly and we'll just do last 3 months. And I won't edit everybody here, but you can kind of get the idea. So everybody can have slightly different schedules if they need to. This is a big advancement over we had before for report scheduling. Everything was either ad hoc or there was one schedule, but there is now a tremendous amount of flexibility for people to be able to self-serve for quote unquote shared or public reports, and also to get data to external parties if you need to, and have quite a bit of flexibility and control over the actual scheduling. All right, well, I promised we would talk about the API feature. So APIs, application interfaces, are used by other systems to get data out of yet other systems. So for instance, maybe your accounting system wants this energy data so that it can true up billing. Now, with any report that the API is enabled on, we have a description here for how to call the API and what types of parameters this is going to take. And then there's actually a cut and paste URL that you can just copy that to your clipboard. And for actually using the API, Christina, you have done some tutorials for this. So why don't I stop sharing here for a minute? And if you want to jump over to your screen and you can walk through some of those tutorials.
Yep, I'll show everybody where they are. So we are on our adarisenergy.com, and we're going to go to the Adaris University, which is where our tutorial videos live. So I'll click on that. And we have tutorial videos for both Focused and for Acuity. So since we're working with Acuity now, I'll click on Watch the Videos under Acuity. That'll take me directly to the page. So one thing I'd like to highlight here is everything that Brad went over for the reporting. We have detailed videos for those as well, in case you'd like to go back and rewatch those or learn a bit more about how those new reporting features work. And we can scroll down and look at the API ingestion. So I've created videos explaining how to ingest those APIs into Postman, Power BI, Excel, and Node-RED.
Yeah, and obviously we're not limited to just being used by those applications. These were just kind of samples of what we see being used by our clients in order to get data. So if you're a company who runs out of Power BI, for instance, and builds a lot of dashboards, this is just a standard JSON API that allows you to pull data directly into your dashboards. If you'd like more assistance with that, we encourage you to watch the demo online, but of course, reach out to your account manager if you have any additional questions. Well, for this current version release of Acuity, which we do every 2 weeks, these are some of the current features, and we've got some exciting things coming up yet towards the end of the year. We look forward to sharing those with you soon. Have a great day.